Undertale is a video game developed and written by Toby Fox, with in-game art by Temmie Chang, which got funded on Kickstarter. You probably already knew that because this game blew the hell up! While it's now past its peak, I still find this game's success very inspiring, as you got Toby Fox, this guy who made a couple of Earthbound ROM hacks and Homestuck music tracks, making this game mostly by himself of all these alternate paths, dialogue, and music tracks. Thanks to this game's success, he's made official music for Pokemon and got his most popular character represented in Smash Bros. I respect him in Undertale a ton, but to be honest, I haven't beaten the game till recently because of procrastination and the bosses kicking me very hard in places inappropriate to talk about. I know everyone on YouTube by now has done an analysis, review, cover, or whatever on this game, and I don't think I'll bring much new to the table, but dang it, I want to talk about this game since I recently beat it, so let's talk about Undertale. Also, spoiler warning for the 1% of you who doesn't know what happens in this game. Undertale follows a kid who's find themselves underground in a world of monsters who've been banished by humans long ago. Throughout the adventure, the kid is attempting to get back home with their actions affecting the world of monsters, for better or maybe for worse. You see, Undertale has 3 endings you can get: Pacifist, Neutral, and Genocide. To get the Pacifist ending, you can't kill anyone and have to hang out with some of the bosses. In the Genocide route, you have to kill every enemy in the game, while Neutral's the default route, which has a bit more flexibility to how it can be played. I only ended up doing Neutral by the time this video comes out because I forgot to give one of the bosses, Undyne, some water, which locked me out of the Pacifist route unless I restarted my game, but the neutral route still has a satisfying ending. Despite all these morality choices, Undertale is quite a funny game, with even the most irrelevant characters to the story having a good joke to tell. Undertale's cast is comprised of all these big personalities, yet there's still quite a bit of nuance to these guys, which has admittedly gotten forgotten and flanderized by the internet's obsession with this game. Sans has been affected by flanderization the most, which is a shame because he's one of the most charming and likable characters in the game. If you don't decide to kill everyone, he's a chill guy who just wants the best for you. Though my favorite character in the game is definitely Mettaton. Mettaton's a killer robot who talks like a game show host and forces you to participate in these quirky mini-challenges before he reveals his true, fabulous form in his boss fight. It's also super cute how your actions affect the ratings of this show Mettaton is putting on during the boss fight. Not to mention his theme song, Death by Glamour, is my favorite music track in the game, though the rest of the OST is still some of the best music I've heard in a video game. I also love the Tim and Napstablook, one of the first bosses you encounter. Their boss fight is a perfect showcase of the benefits of being a pacifist, since you learn more about the character and help them with their problems. And looking back, they might have been the eternal inspiration for my channel mascot. As for Undertale's gameplay, it combines turn-based RPGs and bullet hells into one of the most fun combat systems I've seen in a game. When enemies attack, you're thrown into a square box where you gotta dodge all the attacks the enemies throw out in a section reminiscent of bullet hell games like Touhou. There are variations to the system, like platforming and DDR, though these are only found in select boss fights. You could attack your enemies, but that's not encouraged, even by the game itself, so it's recommended that you use the act option to please the enemy into letting them spare you, which also lets the game's comedy writing shine further. Even when I'm struggling in the game, it still feels super rewarding to figure out what makes the opponent tick to befriend them. There's just this happy feeling you get when you play as a pacifist, which has me scared off from ever killing anyone in this game. I see why this game blew up the way it did, not just because it's a quirky Earthbound-inspired indie RPG, but because when you don't be a jerk and murder everyone, there's these good vibes you get from getting to know these kooky fellas. I'm probably not saying anything new or groundbreaking, but dang it, I really love this game. It has a great sense of humor with crazy yet relatable characters, engaging mechanics, and it's proof that you don't need ever-expensive budgets that keep ballooning out of control to make great games. All you need is passion, which Undertale and all the other indie games that have blown up have proven. Even playing it after its peak was still one of my favorite media experiences in recent memory. But that's all I got. Make sure to tip your waiters, be patient for Deltarude's full release, and have a pleasant day.